Vikings Banter.
Figured it out by
now.
Coffee guy.
All right, we are out here. This is Vikings Banter in the middle of nowhere for the NFL season. The iconic, probably the most prestigious bar in all of North America, which basically makes it the most prestigious bar in the world.
True.
Barney's Beanery in West Hollywood.
New setup.
Yep.
They basically built this for us.
Yes. I'm LJ Stead. This is Kati DeGrotis.
This is Luke Davis.
Yeah, the iconic, the living legend, Luke Davis. I don't even really need to talk anymore as far as this podcast goes because we need to learn where we're at with our season. What are some of our hopes? We got some good segments for you today, so stay tuned.
So
Well,
new
we
schedule.
we got some schedule out. We got some, we got to rename a player.
Yeah.
Where to begin?
And we are going to come out to people a little bit this year. We got to get a Minnesota game in us.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
John is just pushing this Nashville trip heavy right now for ulterior motives.
Ulterior motives, yeah.
But that's
Which we're
okay.
here for.
We're here for that.
He's not here to defend himself. So.
Yeah, we don't talk about stuff like that on here.
You know what game I want on the road? I want the pool in the Jags.
You want to go in that pool?
I want to go in the pool.
Ew, you're
Is
just
Jacksonville a fun
begging
city?
for like a venereal disease.
I mean, YOLO. I live in West Hollywood.
Yeah.
That's true. If you didn't get one here, you can't get it in Jacksonville.
And then the Vikings come out to LA this year.
We got Vikings
So we're gonna
Thursday
celebrate
Night
that heavy.
Football in Los Angeles. Yeah.
So look for a live, maybe pregame broadcast, and then we're going to be at that game.
Ooh, we
Yeah,
could tailgate now. I got a nice pickup so we can
Oh.
take to the
Can you
tailgate. We could
tailgate
have
at
fun with
SoFi?
this. I went a couple years ago for Chargers Raiders, and we tailgated, but they kept telling us we weren't allowed to, and then they would just like wink and walk away. And we were like,
Wait.
all right,
Can
whatever.
we do a tailgate broadcast?
That would be fun.
That
could be fun.
Fun.
I mean, just plug it into that electric thing.
Yeah, no, it does. It has its own power.
It's got
back
all
there.
of it.
Yeah. Oh my God,
Ooh.
that'd be so much fun. And then as people walk by, we'll just
Yeah.
chat them up.
Yeah.
I love this.
This is like a
idea.
meeting.
This is
on
actually
air.
a meeting. This is actually a meeting.
But yeah, what do we got in store?
Well, let's check out the schedule. So we open
We
up.
got shafted.
How do we get shafted?
We got a very
Was that your initial reaction?
Yeah, because one, we got a garbage bye week, early bye,
Yeah, we
week
do have an early
6.
bye.
It's like you haven't even figured out who your team is by week 6, let
We
alone
still
have enough time
Sam
to like
Darnold at week 6,
regroup.
probably.
I would assume so. That's a perfect transition period, actually, though.
That's
An
what I
early
was
one
thinking.
Is kind of nice for us
Yeah,
this year.
and I think it can
That's true.
actually. It depends which direction Kevin O'Connell wants to go. Because coming in with a rookie quarterback with a veteran ahead of him, let's let Sam Darnold start the season until JJ McCarthy gets his feet wet enough that we feel comfortable. Like, okay, now you can go in without getting yourself killed, without getting one of our receivers killed. Like, he's got to be comfortable enough before we let him take over the ship. We start in New York with the Giants.
Shit game.
Again, this is a game last
feet
year
wet.
with a real quarterback. We mop them,
Yeah.
But this is a completely new thing. We got a very young defense and a very young offense, especially with the rookie quarterback. So you just can't expect this team to step in the way last year's team. I think the second half of the season is where we need to look good. First half of the season, we're going to be trying new things out.
Mm-hmm.
So that first week, it's a toss-up now. Like, we're a toss-up with the Giants on the road. So
Yeah.
that game, whatever, that's a toss-up. Then we get San Francisco, Houston, Green Bay, Jets, Detroit. That's unfair.
Can we talk quickly about the Jets and projections of what they're actually going to be now that Aaron Rodgers will be back? I mean, that team.
Not just Aaron Rodgers. They got Mike Williams. They upgraded their
Sure.
receiving core. They got Tyron Smith at left tackle. They drafted They drafted someone good. I'm blanking on who now, of course. They also drafted Malachi Corley, this wide receiver I like. They stacked that roster.
They did well.
Adding people to that team that are gonna help for sure. Yeah, I mean, I already thought they were good. They got even better.
So you're saying that last year it was just because.
Oh yeah, once Rodgers went down, that whole season was flushed down the toilet.
People just believe because of Tom Brady that quarterbacks don't get old and get shitty. I think we're going to see an old Aaron Rodgers finally.
Really?
be.
Yeah, it's hard to come back from these types
It
of
is.
injuries at that age.
Yeah, but he's doing all the new age stuff. He's ready.
He seems distracted.
Like
to me.
ayahuasca.
He does seem fucking distracted.
He did the ayahuasca. He should be able to last a little longer.
Okay,
Where
so
did they
so
go?
we're at the Jets.
Jets. Oh, they took Olufashanu from Penn State, another massive offensive tackle. So they bolstered that offensive line.
Sure.
They're going to be, I mean, just personnel-wise, they're a very good team.
Sure.
Should be able to compete for the division with the Bills. So that's a shitty game. And we not only got them, but we're in London.
You're
so you're
right.
telling a team to travel
Right.
after probably
After
3
the
straight
Packers.
losses.
Yeah.
So San Francisco.
First of all, home opener for San Francisco. Go fuck yourself.
So home opener San Francisco sucks.
Yeah.
Then Houston, who just ran in
Great.
the playoffs, and then added Diggs, our boy Daniil.
Yeah.
Daniil's
Back at home.
coming back to Minnesota. Everyone's looking to kill us that game. That's a tough one.
Is that
but
the one we
got
to?
two of their players.
That'd be fun.
But regardless, I mean that game would be amazing. But I'm gonna, that's still gonna be Darnold likely, or maybe a first game for JJ. So that's scary. I consider that a loss in Green Bay.
In Green
Again,
Bay, nice weather.
We're just still too young at that
Let's
point.
preface this though. You
Yeah.
are not an optimist.
No,
It's not how
I
it
am
works.
big time.
So just because
pessimist.
you're hearing this degree of
Yeah.
like
We're
woe is
dead.
us,
This is doom and gloom.
we are done. It's over. The whole show does. I don't feel this way.
Yeah.
I personally, I don't know if JJ touches the field this year.
That would mean we're killing it.
betting odds would be, to me, it's a 50-50 thing if he does. Just because Sam Darnold got to get to the team a little bit sooner. I think we have so many parts around him that he's never had before.
Yeah.
I think JJ is going to have to take the job away from him because he has the assets around him that it should be, in theory, a pretty plug-and-play quarterback job. That's why we felt so comfortable bringing on JJ, where we're like, hey, he seems to be game manager plus. He's the perfect guy for our type of system. You're not. Do you think there's any world that JJ starts week 1?
Yeah. I think if Kevin O'Connell, first of all, if he looks good in camp, if Darnold doesn't look very good in camp, if Darnold doesn't impress in the preseason time he gets, I think if those things, Kevin O'Connell's job is kind of on the line. If he fumbles
100%.
this season and he comes out of the gate and he's not doing it the right way, nothing can get a coach fired quicker than like putting your team in a position where the team starts turning on you. Like if
But
the
then
team
what's the
thinks
risk?
somebody else should be playing and you are picking the wrong guy.
There was a point in the draft room when Kwesi goes to O'Connell. It's an iconic clip in Minnesota fandom right now where they're like, we're taking Turner.
Yeah, the Dallas
And
Turner.
yeah.
Gives these
Looks confused.
wide eyes
Yeah.
as if like,
Who's that?
like shocked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not necessarily shocked in a completely positive way.
No.
Not because Turner's not the guy.
Yeah.
Turner is the guy.
Mhm.
He goes, oh, you're giving Flores a dude.
Yeah.
And it puts a little bit of this on the map, which we all know is this kind of glaring thing happening.
Yeah.
Where like Flores is due for a head coaching job.
Mm.
Whenever his contract is up, which I don't know when it is, he is up for a head coaching job.
Yes.
Almost immediately.
Yeah.
And there's no reason for the Vikings to not consider this.
It would
thing.
kill me if they didn't. If
But-
we lose Flores, I'll be
So
livid.
O'Connell's eyes to me were like,
Oh, I'm losing my job.
you are putting me in a position where you gave me JJ.
Yeah.
And you give Flores Turner.
Yeah. Both in the first round.
Both in the first round. This is a test
Mhm.
to see we're balanced as far as who we're providing the value to.
Well, on the big board, Turner was always ranked higher than JJ. JJ was the fourth best at his position, fifth best. I mean, in as far as the draft went, he was the fifth quarterback taken. Dallas Turner was the second edge rusher taken. Like those are the Dallas Turner is a better right now prospect than JJ McCarthy. It was just it's a quarterback driven league. If you don't have a quarterback, you can't play.
Yeah.
So
JJ McCarthy could save Kevin O'Connell's job
save everything
for
yeah.
a lifetime.
Well, that's what he's banking on. It's I need to put this franchise in the hands of someone who's not going to let me get fired. And he sees JJ McCarthy. And they did all the right stuff. Look, I give Kwesi credit. I give Kevin O'Connell credit. They saw, especially when Atlanta took Penix shockingly at 8, they were like, we cannot miss the next pick because otherwise we're going to be stuck with Bo Nix. So They had to get him. They got their guy. We always knew it was going to be JJ McCarthy. They still had to trade up one pick. They got their guy. Now they gotta put it on the field.
Yeah.
Okay, but JJ McCarthy, if he starts week 1, you got to roll with him for the rest of the season. Like, that's the decision.
That's the bad part. That's why you can't.
There's no
You got to
reason
start.
to.
Yeah,
So
especially with
what
this tough of a
does-
schedule.
What would JJ have to do in camp and preseason to have him 100% start against
Darnold would have to get
the
hurt.
Giants? You think that's it?
Yeah,
That's
I
it.
think that's what does it. That's what expedites the whole process. Is
There's no
Darnold gets hurt in camp, and they're like,
we
all
have
right,
to.
let's go balls to the wall.
Yeah.
Even if we're a 2-15 team, like, you're a quarterback, and we cannot bench you.
Yeah.
Right.
You can't do
Yeah,
that Zach
you cannot
Wilson
do it.
bullshit where you bench him and start him and bench him and
Nope.
start. No, it's if you're gonna ride with JJ, this is his team, and you're living and dying.
Right, and Darnold's contract is not a backup quarterback contract. It's a Band-Aid contract.
It's like
we'll see if this works out.
Yeah.
But
it's
you're
the
not-
transition one.
But
it's
it
not a
wasn't with
$2
the
million.
intention of like just straight up backup. It was intended for everything that it is.
Yeah, he picked us as well as we picked him because he was like, all right,
I
I'm
can
gonna
fight for
I'm gonna
this
get
job.
a chance. Yeah.
Yeah.
I assume Darnold will start, especially because the second week San Francisco and the third week Houston are nasty defenses who are gonna bring blitzes and they're
Yeah.
gonna hit the quarterback, you know.
And let
So-
him get pounded.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let him get hit. And he played for San Francisco last year, so maybe he has a little bit of,
something.
knows some play calls, can help us out a little bit, hopefully.
So this is a positive, like first games for JJ.
Yeah.
In a sense, like
To
he might
learn,
come
yeah.
out.
Oh, he's gonna
with,
learn
like,
a lot.
0-4.
I mean,
I
and
think we
going-
start 1-5. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
so
my pessimistic outlook.
You've always
know?
thought we were going to be 1-16 in every season we've ever.
I would love
been
to
in
go
now.
1-16 to just get a great player, and then like I'm down to like tank 4 straight seasons and be like, JJ, you're gonna learn on the bench until you're 26 and you're an adult, and then you
You're
can
an
come in
adult.
and lead this team with 5 first picks overall.
Yeah,
Like-
but then you're the Detroit Lions and you're sitting around.
look at the Lions now.
But everybody knows they're still that.
Yeah.
So May 16th, 2024, week 4 of the Packer game. What do you think the spread is?
Oh, it's already out.
Yeah. Like right now you can bet the game.
The Packer game,
Mhm.
Oh,
week
it's-
4.
I can bet I have a
Oh, they've
I
got to
have
be
the odds for everything.
at least
10.
over a touchdown. I would say 10 minus, plus 10 for us.
No.
What?
14.
No, plus 4.5.
Oh, that's
they're being nice.
that's really nice. I would take that. I would take the minus
You
4.5 for the Packers.
Packers.
Yeah, they just
You
look.
heard it here first.
They shored up their team as well. They got Josh Jacobs. We got Aaron Jones from them, but they got Josh Jacobs. Like
And
They
we have
did
such
good
crucial
moves.
pieces that are new.
yeah,
So everything about
In the
what
long
Packers
run,
they're like
us.
their guys have been around
Mhm.
that are like their crucial staples.
Yeah.
Got a lot of brand new staples.
Look, they're coming off a great momentum-ending season where they took out the pussy-ass Cowboys out of the playoffs. They made their run. They're coming into the season with that momentum. We're not coming in with momentum. We're coming in with question marks, you know.
Mhm.
But don't get me wrong. As much as I'm pessimistic about the first half of the season, it's a developmental phase. We're going in with a brand new edge rusher who likes to hit people. Dallas Turner was a borderline dirty player in college, which I fucking love.
love that.
And I know Flores loved, and all the scouts loved because they're like, this dude is a monster. He's 6'4". He ran a 4.4, I believe, in the 40, which is just unheard of.
Which was close to yours.
Yeah. It was just
Which
it
is
was just a
fast.
hair slower
Yeah.
than mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
We'll
his
put that up right now.
his shuttle times, like everything he did, he was basically setting records. He had one of the highest verticals. This kid is an absolute freak, but he likes to late hit and he likes to go low and he likes to do some dirty shit.
Which
He
you
almost
can't
killed
do
Jaden
anymore.
Daniels in college, which I love.
Yeah.
He's ready to come out and he's ready to kill people. I think they give him some flags early on in the season as well. Be like, look, Rook, you
Learn
can't
some
just come in
shit.
here
He
and
even
start
fucked up
murdering.
JJ McCarthy a few times, right?
Excuse me.
Oh,
Just coffee, yeah. Just coffee, thank you. No, it's okay, thanks. He fucked up pretty much anyone he went against. He was ready to kill. Yeah.
And these players, like an edge rusher, they usually are impactful immediately.
Yeah.
That
Oh, you're
new
gonna
energy
feel it.
works right away.
Yeah, and not just him. Kyrie Jackson, the corner we took in the, let me just make sure I got it correct.
Where's he
Fourth
out of?
round. Yeah, because we traded out of the third. He's out of Oregon. He's a 6'4" corner. 6'4" corner is a joke.
It's
Like,
a Zimmer style corner.
dude, you're 2 inches taller than any corner in the NFL. but he's like 190, so he can't play really safety. He's a corner with just this insane length, but everyone's kind of scared of something they don't know, kind of like a white cornerback in Cooper DeJean. But Kyrie Jackson, 6'4" corner coming out of Oregon, loves coverage, zone coverage, which is what we play, what Brian Flores specializes in. And he loves getting inside. He likes hitting people. He's a very physical, he's an in-between player that is just another one of those Flores guys who's going to line up at safety, is going to line up on the line, he's going to blitz, he's going to cover. Thank you. He's that prototypical Flores player. And he was supposed to be a 2nd or 3rd round pick. We got him in the 4th. He fell. So that's just another great pick by this.
Yeah.
So we've got, between those 3, JJ, Dallas Turner, Kyrie, and then we got a lineman out of Oklahoma. We had a great draft. Oh, and then we got Vikings fans, never fear, we got our kicker in the draft out of Alabama.
Which you just said our kicking room sucks.
Our kicking room's embarrassing because we got rid of Greg the Leg.
Yeah.
He's not as controversial as Kansas City's kicker.
Yeah.
Who I love.
Seems
What
to
a
keep his
great
mouth
guy.
shut
Oh,
or whatever.
man.
That should be right in your wheelhouse, Catholic boy. Speaking
I'm
out.
a Lutheran,
I don't know what
and
that
I go to
means.
non-denominational churches. Yeah.
I don't know the difference. You'll have to
Grace
explain
through
this to me
faith.
lately.
Yeah.
Later.
Should I just stop talking if we're all Harrison?
Yeah, well,
fans here?
you can clean. And
He had some points,
he did.
but like
some nice
anyways,
points, yeah.
Do we
Oh,
have any-
God.
But
No, so our kicker is now either going to be a rookie. He's going to play. It's going to be another.
you don't draft a kicker that doesn't play.
Well, we drafted Daniel Carlson
And cut him week 1.
and cut
or
him,
2.
and
And
then
now
he
he's
became one of the best
Yeah.
kickers in the NFL.
Yeah. I hope we fucking learn from that. But that
that's
might
what
have
I'm
been-
hoping is
yeah.
don't cut him if he misses a few kicks in week 3. Like,
I mean,
stick it out.
I love the cut the kicker energy, but it's just that was
Zimmer
stupid.
just came in with psychotic energy. It's like, dude,
Yeah.
what are you doing? You just drafted this kid. It's on you if he sucks. Coach him.
Yeah,
Fuck.
but we came off of a storyline.
Well,
of
Right.
we shouldn't have drafted a
back-to-back
kicker.
Right.
4 kickers
Yeah,
that
yeah.
were going.
Yeah.
I
No,
would-
this one we got to
with the
stick to.
gun. we
Where'd
would
Greg
all
the Leg
shoot.
go? Why don't I know this?
What's that?
Where'd Greg
I
the
think he's
Leg
working
go?
for like Coldwell Banker or something with Blair Walsh. No,
Greg Joseph?
yeah.
I
Gives
think
a
he's
shit.
done.
Yeah.
Just lock
He'll
up.
get picked up at some point in the middle of the season. You'll see him in a fucking
Salesperson
Oh,
at like
Banker.
K Jewelers. for
Cleveland
freaking
Browns jersey for a
Yeah,
week or
yeah.
something. But
Yeah.
who gives a shit? No, we got our
Little
new
Kai
guy, and he's a
Forbath
rookie.
that-
Could be interesting.
Is he bomb it?
He was.
He actually
the
never. He's the leading kicker. He's the
most points in NCAA history. Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, he's got the experience. Bring
Into
him out
it.
there. Look, if he doesn't work, I'm going soccer. I want a soccer player out there.
Into
If
that.
he doesn't work, I'm done with NFL kickers.
European.
That's
Yeah.
how we get a
Well, give me a
European.
soccer
German guy
player.
that doesn't even know how to speak English.
Yeah.
and stuff.
Perfect.
Never
Won't hear
even
the.
was
Won't
interested in
understand
the
the
culture.
Oh,
booze.
no. I
Yeah.
want a Brazilian because now the NFL is going
They're
into
too
Brazil.
flashy. He'll be dancing on the
Nah.
field. He'll
Lil
be like,
racial.
he probably
Lil racial.
bets. He probably bets on the game.
Probably. So
Yeah,
what?
I
I'm
don't
not
need
mad
that.
at
He's
that.
like, we can't bet on the game.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? I bet on every game I've ever played.
ESPN bet fucking is the biggest sponsor of the NFL now.
Yeah, and you realize pretty quickly why they don't allow alcohol in their stadiums because of that guy.
Yeah.
So we cleaned up in this draft. We did really well. If you go on YouTube and stuff, you see everybody just like the Vikings stole this draft. I think it's us and the Eagles really
Yeah.
had 2 of the best drafts.
Why do the Eagles keep having good drafts?
They
It's so
just
annoying.
they stick to best player available and they
Yeah.
don't waver. They go, oh, Cooper DeJean is here, we'll take him. And then, actually, their first pick was Quinion Mitchell, who was the number 1 ranked corner, just kept falling. And they're like, oh, best corner still available? Not our biggest position of need. Take him. And then the next round came, and they go, oh, who's the best player? Cooper DeJean. We just took a corner. We'll take him as well. And then they've got the top 2 corners in the
Superstar.
draft. And you go, what the fuck?
And they're kind of done for 10 years with that position.
Yeah.
If
And then
they're
they're
lucky.
locked in. It's like, why take a risk on the 7th O lineman
Yeah.
when
Done.
you can just get the top 2 guys at a position and be like, all right, we'll figure out the rest.
Next
you know?
5 drafts, you'll never even have to think
They just
about
take the
position.
best player every single time. They've done really well with it. Jalen Carter last year. And now Fletcher Cox just retired. Jalen Carter steps right in. You're like, what the fuck?
Mhm.
You know?
But we do have the perfect team this year where we are the team that ESPN's not going to talk about a lot.
No.
A little bit because of
Which
JJ.
I like.
But again, I think we're that new, fun, very young, exciting
Yeah.
team that has the ability, maybe not this year, unfortunately, but we will
Second half of the year.
we'll excite people. I think we will surprise a lot of people.
I think our defense is going to be an elite unit, top 10 unit, very good defense. Flores is going to be confusing the shit out of people. I think the offense will be explosive at times, and then it could be ugly at times when JJ takes over.
Again,
But
May
you expect
16th, 2024, odds of the Minnesota Vikings winning the Super Bowl. Any guess?
It's got to be plus 25,000. That's usually what the worst
Is that how
is.
I thought
No, it gets worse than that.
Oh, 50,000?
6,600.
Oh, that's not worse. But yeah.
No.
6,600.
Is
So
there
what is
worse?
that exact- I
Plus
always kinda forget
10,000?
what that means.
So if you put $100 down,
You
you
get
win $6,600.
I don't like that many sixes, but okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's the Lutheran in you.
Yeah, right.
Scared of the devil. It'll get worse than that. So just wait till we're till we're 1-5 and
Well,
then
yeah,
bet
so
it.
Or just game one.
So
just
take
at
it
the end
now.
of game one, just
Yeah.
get our shit
Take it
kicked.
now.
Get it for 10,000.
We might win the game one though, and then everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, the Vikings are headed to the Super Bowl."
We're always that squad.
LJ,
That's the
what
NFL.
what home game are the Minnesota fans going to see us at?
I mean,
What,
I love a
home
home
game?
opener.
Home openers, 49ers.
49ers, fuck that.
So we've
I
got-
wouldn't mind seeing the Colts. That would be exciting.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Indianapolis.
So the home games are Niners, Texans,
Oh,
Lions.
come on. We got to go
Falcons.
boo the Falcons.
Yeah.
Kirk's coming to
Yeah.
town.
Ooh.
How
Yep.
crazy is that they gave Kirk?
Yeah.
Go back to Minnesota. Have fun.
Have fun.
If he doesn't
If I
get
just
fucking
ran on the field
booed,
and killed him.
what do you
and
mean?
everyone
You'd be the
was-
6th person in line.
yeah, that's true. You're
I'm
like,
You jump on the field, you're like, he's done.
It's like, John, that's my thing. Follow Purple Banner.
To give
John
Kirk,
kills him, and you just say follow Purple Banner on the behind. It's great.
to
I
give
love it.
Kirk, to have it written on the knife,
He won't even be playing by then, though.
he'll just be hurt.
It's so true.
It's so crazy. I love the NFL for shit like that. That's why the NFL's superior to other sports. They just do shit. They're like, yeah, watch this. This is gonna be fucking hilarious. Remember Kirk? He's going back to Minnesota. Like, it's fantastic.
Yeah, he might come back.
He's gonna get. I mean, I expect him to get booed relentlessly. I think he'll get some
Duh.
cheers in the beginning from like
Penix is
old people who
so
don't realize.
built for Atlanta. He is their quarterback.
Yeah.
Everything about.
Which is why they drafted
they
him.
need some failure.
Well, like, it's just
so
like,
crazy.
It's the perfect pick. It makes so much sense why they brought him in. Kirk is in a horrific spot,
so
and I
funny.
love it for him.
The best is Pro Football Focus and everyone posting videos like Kirk and Drake London feeling it, and I'm like,
No.
it's practice, and there's no defenders on the field.
I don't
What are
even-
they feeling?
It's
I don't
the
even-
spring.
I don't
They
even
just
care.
met.
I don't care what ESPN says about
Yeah.
Kirk. I just love that he has to go home and his kids be like, "Why do they hate you?"
Yeah.
It's like,
Did you guys
Turn off
see
the
the
TV.
Bussin' with the Boys interview with Kirk
No.
2 days ago? Yesterday,
he
Oh,
has
was
the
that,
best PR team in the world.
really
Yeah,
does.
they do him really well.
he really does.
Because he was talking about like raising his like sons and all
For
that.
grit.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Grit.
Grit.
Fuck you.
Yeah, he
You're
was like, I
you're a
want-
dime street hooker. It's about
100%.
selling yourself to the highest bidder. Where's the loyalty in
His
that?
whole thing was like, I want my boys to come home, and I don't want to tell them good job. I want to say like, you worked really hard for that. Like, Kirk, fuck you.
And then also take a day off per week when everyone else
Yeah.
is working hard. When all your teammates are working
Yeah.
hard, you get an extra day off because you're
I
the
haven't watched the whole
quarterback.
interview, to be
Fuck
completely
you.
honest, but I
Yeah.
Kill
will
him.
try.
I mean, he honestly just moved to Atlanta for his wife's family could raise his kids, and we all know that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
sounds
we know that.
lovely.
I kind of did it, so it's been. Really
Are you the
nice.
Kirk Cousins of Orange County?
I actually really love Kirk's values, to be honest with you, but he's a pussy.
He is a pussy. Yeah, no, now that he's gone, I don't care.
Oh my god, I can't
I
get
am-
over the fact that
I'm
LJ
Kirk
is
Cousins.
Kirk Cousins of Orange County.
That's someone's being assaulted on Boulevard.
That's why you moved to Orange County.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I like our draft. I'm excited to get us on the field. I mean, yeah, look, the first half of the season could be rough because it's the harder half. The second half, I think we always, like, every schedule with the in-division games, we split. We're going to split with the Lions. We're going to split with the Bears. We're going to split with the Packers. That's just, you know, we play up to the level of our competition for them. But other than that, like, the Falcons, we should lose. Seattle, I think we can beat. Arizona, we could, we're kind of even with. Tennessee, we're kind of even with. I think we lose to Jacksonville. Indy, we're even. Rams, we're even. Like, it's a toss-up. We could win 3
Thursday
games,
Night
or we could
Football
win
at Rams
7.
Is going to be like the shift. We're going to be the
Right.
good luck charms.
Well, it's
that-
coming out of the bye.
Yeah.
We get Detroit, and then we have a Thursday night game against the Rams.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and what's so much fun about this year is we have by far the most interesting division in football.
Mhm.
Yeah.
right? So, it's Hard Knocks is going to follow the division this year. I'd be very surprised if it wasn't our division.
I agree.
I
I think it's ours.
And wait, I'm sorry. So they're doing a whole division this season?
So they're
That's
doing
the thing?
three different versions actually. So they
Okay.
just introduced the first ever off season.
Yep.
So they're doing New York Giants, which John Mara, the owner, said he would never ever let those cameras into his locker room. So now they've done like a different version where it's going to be about the off season
It's
and
called
like
money, yeah.
exactly.
It's called money, and like also, I mean, this is brilliant to also just further the female fanship because it's like the Real Housewives. It's like the real husbands.
Oh,
of
yeah.
the
The
New York
more-
Giants.
That's
you know?
how I
Like,
got my wife to
honestly.
care about footballs. I'm like, you realize
Look at
this is like
the
real life
Netflix show
television.
Yeah.
quarterbacks. Like that got people inside
Wide
the
receivers
household.
is
People
coming
started
out, too.
caring.
Yeah.
Yeah, wide receivers is about to happen. They're doing a second season of
Mhm.
quarterback. That it's everyone wants to see behind closed
Yeah.
doors. So they're doing that on the Giants. So I'm ruling out the NFC East. They're not going to do that because they would be doing it twice.
Sure.
And then they're going to do a full division for the regular Hard Knocks through training camp and the beginning of or
And they're still gonna
preseason.
do the midseason.
And then they're going to do a mid-season. We don't know who that
Okay.
team is yet.
So
They did the Dolphins last year for
Yeah.
the mid-season, so they're not going to do the AFC
who
East.
was the regular one last year? Cardinal? I don't-
Regular one last year, it wasn't the Raiders. It wasn't the Rams. Chargers? I can't even
Yeah.
remember
Who
But
was
anymore.
it?
honestly, between
It
the
was
Bears
so
and the
bad.
Packers were the perfect spot.
Yeah.
And then we will be
Yeah.
this
And the
middle
Lions are
ground.
interesting with Dan Campbell, and they went deep
Yeah.
last year. And then the Vikings, everyone loves Justin Jefferson. They want to see that kind of stuff. And they've been trying to put a good spin on Brian Flores lately. They put him in charge of some outreach program
really?
today for minorities. I think they want to
Minnesota
get
does
him
that
back
well.
in the good light after he sued them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
He's done dirty.
it's ours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So speaking of JJ, that's kind of still our
well, okay.
glaring
So
question.
you're saying
JJ.
JJ.
Justin Jefferson.
This is why
Right.
we need to come up with a name. I'm not.
For JJ McCarthy.
JJ McCarthy has not earned the name JJ because Justin Jefferson, obviously, it belongs to.
Can he
He's
change
also
his
a
name
rookie.
Legally, like just on
No,
his
we have to
driver's
come up with
license?
it.
What does JJ stand for Justin McCarthy?
That's actually a great question.
Wait, did I say is
For
it Justin?
JJ McCarthy.
Is it?
JJ.
Yeah, I don't know. I bet it's John James.
Think it's boring.
John James McCarthy. He's a Midwest boy.
It's Jonathan James.
Did you know that?
No,
You just
I
guessed
swear
it?
to God, I did not know that. I
He's
swear to God,
that white.
he's that white.
The whitest guy ever.
John
yeah.
James.
I don't care. I'm not calling him Jonathan or James. He doesn't deserve any of his own names yet.
Should we call him
vote.
Jimmy?
I'm ready to call him the Rook until he proves me
Okay.
otherwise. The Rook is
McJJ?
McJJ.
No, because
That's
there's
not
Because
bad.
it has to be.
JJ.
It has to have like a J-Lo Affleck effect.
Oh,
I like that
We have
you're
to-
calling him by like how his mother would call him, like Jonathan.
Jonathan.
You
Jonathan
call him
James.
Jonathan. You
Okay.
call him McJJ, and I'll call him the Rook.
I'll
and
call
we'll
him
just-
Jonathan. Yeah, Jonathan.
It is a hard
Jonathan
thing
James.
of the
When you're mad at
branding
him.
aspect of JJ, two JJs, the
Yeah.
quadruple J. It's like it's horrible.
The worst is Justin Jefferson said he likes to be called Jets, and I'm like, no, I'm not,
No.
not calling you Jets.
no McJets.
But then you're combining the other ones.
Yes,
right?
because it's the J-Lo Affleck effect.
Oh, so like when they do well, but that's only if they do well.
But they're together. Like
Yeah,
this, they
but-
are a relationship.
Jonathan James Jefferson. Jonathan
It's the
James Justin
McJets.
Jefferson.
Jonathan
J-
James.
J cubed. Was that 4? No,
I
that's
hate
not.
that.
That's
I don't know.
that's
I am not
it
good
anyway.
at math. Don't give me that.
No, you're okay.
Come on up.
You're good.
No, you guys are good. Come on up. But you have to
Um,
subscribe.
All right,
and
well,
like
I'm gonna
and
call him the
comment.
Rook. So you guys,
Rook.
we can all
Jonathan
get his
James.
name, McJJ.
McJ.
No, I look at them as a pair. So I'm McJets.
McJets.
As
But when
far-
you're just referring to JJ McCarthy, what are you gonna call
He
him?
better throw to Justin Jefferson. I'll fucking cut him.
Well, what are you saying when you go to talk about him? What are you gonna call him?
It better be McJets every single time. Like, remember why you're
He
here.
doesn't have a name otherwise. That's why he doesn't have a name.
Your name is Justin
He who
Jefferson.
shall not be named.
Best friend.
He shall not. Yeah.
The BFFs.
The quarterback throwing the ball to JJ.
Yes.
QB7 throwing the quarterback too.
Did he get number 7?
I don't know.
No,
I'm just
number-
saying
He got a
he's
7,
not
I'm in.
QB1. He's not QB1.
He's wearing 9. Yeah, he's wearing 9. His
I'm just
college
saying,
number.
I'm not calling him
Dallas
QB1
Turner got
yet.
15. No, he's no.
He's not
QB1.
QB1.
He's not even QB1. Yeah.
Yeah.
Back up.
We have to retire jerseys.
But go back to the real JJ. How much confidence do we have in Big Cock to get this I mean, it's not really
Well,
on
it's
him.
Kwesi, yeah.
It's Kwesi.
Yeah.
But, like, how much confidence do we have in the organization after all the bullshit that we just went through? The heartbreak. Like, I feel like that was the worst break I've had all year was
Kirk. It was also the best thing
It
that
was
happened.
100%.
It was a blessing in disguise.
Yes.
They kept, we talked about it previously. We had to keep up the optics that we were trying all we could.
I know,
to
but
keep
that's what they're saying right now with JJ. So I'm like, I have trust issues now.
but
because
he's
he's
still-
gone. Now we have like there's no. Way
Now we have the
I'm
money.
triggered.
Exactly. We have more money because
Okay.
he didn't come back. But also, Justin Jefferson is at every Minnesota sporting event. He's throwing
'cause
out
it's
first
fun and there's
pitches.
nothing else
He's
to do.
such an he's part of the city's fabric. He
Sure.
really is like a Minnesota guy now. It's really cool to see.
It is.
He does all the interviews. He doesn't unfollow the team like fucking AJ Brown and all these diva wide receivers, Stephon Diggs, all these guys who are doing things to sabotage their own team. Debo Samuel and Brandon Ayuk are doing it to the Niners. It's like, and they just went to the Super Bowl. Like, how
Yeah.
disgruntled could you be?
Right.
Well,
You
because
know,
Justin Jefferson is very aware. There's not a poster that's a Minnesota poster that's not his face on it.
well, even the ones you're making.
Well, look, we
Yeah.
do have some concepts. Wasn't completely well received, but a lot of people.
Oh, really? What was the feedback?
Not
It's
a
just
lot
his
of likes.
wife.
Not a lot.
The
of
wife's like, get this
It
off
was
my
the lowest
wall.
feedback
My
we've ever had on
fucking
a
wall.
post. But then the Skull Bros, who's another Vikings
Yeah.
podcast, they recreated 2 days after us.
No.
Oh, we're coming
Wow.
So I kind of felt like
Okay.
they, you know,
Copycat. What is it?
All right, we see
Copying
you.
is the best form of flattery.
That's
Whatever
true.
it is. Fuck you.
for you. But did
It
they actually print a poster?
no, they just did an Instagram post, but it felt malicious.
Yeah,
was malicious.
that's malicious.
I take it as malicious.
We'll take
Love
you
to have
down.
you guys on.
Justin Jefferson. So it's basically the same thing that happened with Joe Burrow and Nick Bosa. So Justin Jefferson's agent is William Morris Endeavor, WME, same agents as Nick Bosa and Joe Burrow, who both got their deals done days before the
Training
season
camp.
started.
Oh, season started.
Yeah. Like even
Not
through
even
training
training
camp,
camp.
days before the season started, deal was signed. They went into the
But do you
season
think
with
that
the
JJ
biggest
goes to
contract
training
ever.
camp?
I
Or holds
yes.
out?
No, I think he
Okay.
goes. I think the way they've handled this publicly, where Kwesi has said they've gotten, verbatim, unbelievably close. I don't know how you get unbelievably close and
Without
don't
signing,
sign, but that's what he said. And he's also said he's the best receiver in the league and he should be compensated as such.
There's
Like,
no
he's
drama
very
in this
open.
at all
There's
yet.
no drama. It doesn't seem like Jefferson's upset. Kwesi is saying he will be paid the highest amount. He's not, tippy-toeing like,
That's
I don't
cool.
know. He said he wants to pay him the most. Right now the highest paid in the league is AJ Brown with $32 million a year with 84
AJ
guaranteed. We're going to surpass that. I think we'll be closer to like 34, 35 million, which
Right.
right now will feel like so much money, but next year they'll have to surpass it when Jamar Chase and CeeDee Lamb sign their extensions, at which point JJ will be the third or fourth highest paid
What's
wide
our
receiver.
what's our cap right
So,
now?
It's
We got
Wait,
it.
Kwesi has
because
to
there's
be
like
well
July
aware.
15th, there's guarantees, so it changes.
Okay.
So I'm not sure 100%.
But Kwesi has to realize this is the most important contract.
Oh,
of
he
his
knows.
Career.
Oh, absolutely. He's fired. Kevin O'Connell's fired. Everyone's fired if
Everybody
Justin
is fired.
Jefferson leaves because he's the special sauce of our offense.
Yeah.
You lose him, you're back to a
What
middle of the
are we
road
really?
offense. Yeah, where do you take the ball when you need a fourth down and 18? Like nobody else in the league does that. This guy's the best at it. And the way you help a rook quarterback, a Justin Jefferson.
100%.
Right.
Throw the ball
No.
up.
No, I'm fully confident, for a pessimist too, I'm fully confident Justin Jefferson signs the extension. Highest paid wide receiver in the league. He'll be thrilled. Hopefully he plays through some injuries now that he's actually paid too.
We had a signing today.
Oh yeah, we got our boy Robert Tonyan, ex-Packer, another one to join Aaron Jones in the backfield.
Okay, and you were saying that they're buddies.
Yeah.
Like-
Aaron Rodgers said
They're
the
boys.
people he loved most were Randall Cobb and Robert Tonyan. He really wanted him with the Jets.
Love that.
Jets didn't sign him. They just had too much going on.
But he's also coming off an injury.
He's not like a guy that you're excited about necessarily
He's just
for
like a
his
good
skills.
vet
He's a
in the
locker room dude.
guy.
He blocks. He does the hard work. He also has had some big games in his career with Aaron Rodgers. So it's like, he's good for touchdowns. If TJ Hawkinson isn't going to do a full workload this year coming off his ACL
Right.
surgery, then this is the perfect guy to step in and just
Do we have
some dirty
any
shit.
shakable questions at the tight end position.
No, because we got Josh Oliver last year as well.
Okay.
And even though we signed him strictly as a blocker, because he was the #1 blocking tight end in the NFL, he ended up catching some balls, and I was like, oh shit, look at him, he's a big dude. So yeah, no, the
So we're
tight end position we're
So
shirt
it's
up
just a
at.
nice little
The
sugar coat
only
on top.
yeah. The only position that I'm still worried about is wide receiver 3. Who is it after Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison?
Is
We've
there
got running
anyone
back,
right
we've got tight
now
end.
that in rookie camp, going into OTAs, then going into training camp, that could
Excites
be,
me.
yeah,
Not
like could
really.
be a wide receiver
It's
3?
it's not pretty out there. It's John's boy Brandon Powell, who,
Okay.
and then Trent Sherfield, who again is more of a blocking wide receiver.
Is there still an opportunity for us to grab a free
Oh,
agent
absolutely.
somewhere? Yeah.
Yeah. There's still guys out there. A lot of guys are going to get cut from their camps.
That's true.
Yeah, we got. I mean, Jalen Naylor. None of these guys are
No one. So,
third, but there
Wide
are
receiver
rumors
three,
that we
let's
could
get
pick up Hunter Renfro,
okay.
the white kid from
Vegas.
the Raiders. Yeah, exactly. Who was amazing. He's like 6'3", so sure-handed. He was coming off some injuries, but the regime after John Gruden didn't use him, and he kind of became an afterthought. But he was
He had
so
a monster
good.
season, though.
Oh yeah, his last season with Gruden, he was fantastic.
Well, that's our problem lately has been our wide receiver 3. They haven't been sure-handed in the last few years.
No.
They've been fast.
It's the
they've been
KJ
exciting, blah,
Osborns.
blah, blah. It's like
Just a timely drop, and you're like,
the
what
third
the
down
fuck?
and long. It's like,
Yeah.
dude,
You
it
need
does
that
kill you.
guy.
It doesn't win you championships,
No.
but it definitely
And I don't
want
wanna
to
send-
the momentum.
I don't want to send Jordan Addison's little ass over the middle. You send a veteran who's like, you're not playing for any more contracts. Go over the middle, get the shit lit out of you.
That should be TJ
And hold that
all
ball.
day, though.
I don't want to kill TJ either.
Kill him.
He
What are you
died last
talking
year.
about?
He was our best player.
Let him go. Catch some balls.
Yeah, no, but even so, he'll run. He still runs those, drag routes down up the middle and stuff.
Yeah,
but you
but
need
Addison
that.
will get murdered,
You need
yeah.
that cutting guy. Addison will get destroyed.
Mhm.
Yeah. No, TJ pulls 2, and then you need that third wide receiver over the middle. Aaron Jones will also catch balls. So there's going to be a lot of. It's going to be interesting to see what Kevin O'Connell does, because he wanted a quarterback to step in and just do what he tells them.
Yeah.
You see on quarterbacks, Kirk Cousins getting up to on fourth and 1 at the goal when he calls an audible and QB sneaks and he's coming off the field, and Kevin O'Connell looks at him and goes, why wouldn't you tell me what you wanted to do, and I'll bring in blockers for you. I'll make your life easier if you just talk to me.
Mhm.
And Kirk was like, and just walked by. And it's like, he just wants somebody to talk to him and be like, because he was an ex-quarterback. He's like, I know what you're doing,
Yeah.
but let me get you the personnel. So I think that's
So do
what
you
he
think
wanted
that
with JJ
Jonathan
McCarthy.
James has the listening skills to succeed in a Kevin O'Connell
I think he's
offense?
enough of a young pussy kid who
Yeah.
just had that alpha coach.
That's true.
Pussy kid. What?
Yeah, he's a pussy kid.
Just
he's
'cause he has a
22.
baby face
Yeah,
doesn't
he's
mean
a fucking-
pussy. He's a champion.
She guessed his name. That's some pussy shit. JJ, just like the textbook Jonathan James.
Sorry that he's an all-American type of guy.
Yeah.
That's,
Look, until he proves me.
Wait, he's from Illinois, right? Originally?
I don't know. This is all you. Just guess. I'm sure you know.
Illinois, probably. I mean,
I thought he was a
Matthew Mark
Michigan
with
local.
John or Jane. Come on.
Yeah.
Let's see.
He meditates in the end zone with no shoes on. That's some pussy shit.
That's some LA shit, LA boy.
Yeah, you take
I
off
don't-
your shoes and sit in the end zone and.
I don't love that,
No, you don't.
I like
but I
it.
do.
I'm here for it.
If it works out,
Yeah,
I might meditate with him.
we'll
So
all
I'm in
be
a weird
meditating.
spot.
I'm
right
right,
now.
Illinois.
Shut up.
I swear to God, LaGrange Park,
What is going
Illinois.
on? Did
He
you grow up
attended-
with this guy? What the
Maybe.
fuck?
And his fiance's name is Katya.
Okay, all right.
I'm
so
engaged.
you're stalking.
To...
This isn't now.
Yeah.
You're just.
Maybe you shouldn't come out.
Oh, he went to IMG Academy.
Maybe
Funny.
we shouldn't take her to any games this
I
year.
know.
But so at IMG though,
Yeah.
which is the elite quarterback camp before the draft and all these types of things, I was talking to a guy today. He had an insider that was
Ooh, let's hear
was
it.
there and
At IMG.
at IMG.
Okay.
One of the coaches there, he was saying, by far, JJ stood out within the entire camp.
Yeah.
Interesting. He's like, we haven't seen a quarterback like him in a while. He's by far the best guy.
Can you name your source?
I can't name our source because I don't even know his name. But
Nameless.
he did say that
Okay.
today, like 3
I
p.m.
wonder who else went there to be compared to. I don't know.
That's a good point.
That's actually very true.
I saw a
Hopefully
stat.
Drake May.
I saw a statistic the other day that gave me a little worry, but also, again, it's like two sides of a coin. He had 1,000. He had by far the least amount of snaps or pass attempts in his college career. He had 700, which is very low for a 3-year starter. There's a 2-year starter.
He got drafted off the Ohio State game.
I mean, he got drafted off winning a championship, you know. And then, honestly, it was IMG and like stuff like that really elevated his stock. He's way more athletic than we thought.
Right.
Apparently, he interviewed off the charts. Like, that's what everyone was impressed by, his poise, his memory, calling things out, just personable. Like, because you're putting a 22-year-old in a locker room being like, go tell a bunch of men whose families rely on their paycheck to believe in you to lead them into battle.
Right.
So it's like, you at 22,
well, John Sweet's life's on the line every game.
Exactly. So him coming out, he's a Jonathan. We could call him Sweets. We could call our quarterback Sweets. So apparently he just impressed at every level. Which is
it
cool.
was scary. I watched a bunch of like the highlight game tapes of Michigan. I didn't realize how effective they were with running the ball.
Yeah, they're the number one running team in the country.
It was incredible. But no, I just don't watch that much college football.
Yeah,
and definitely I don't watch these like weird like noon Saturday games, the 10 a.m. Saturday games. And
it's not a Big Ten fan.
You're looking for highlights, and it's just running.
It was just running. The Ohio State game that JJ played was first round draft pick, top 10 pick type of material.
That was like one of the only games he threw.
But that was all we got.
Yeah. Well, against Penn State, they threw the ball 7 times the entire game, and they just ran like 50 times. Like if your quarterback is so good, that was everyone's knock. Is like, if you've got a great quarterback, why do you not trust him to go win the game?
Because their running game would go for 80 yards.
That's the other side of it.
Like
Yeah, exactly.
It was crazy.
So, yeah, I mean, those are the two sides. Look, that's the beauty of it. He's 20. Like, the downside is he doesn't have much experience. The upside is he can only get better. Like these guys, like Bo Nix had 1,000 more pass attempts in his college career, 1,700 to 700.
And he's not as douchey as Caleb Williams, so we should be happy about that.
Bo Nix is, but yeah, no, but it's like, okay, so you kind of know the ceiling with Bo Nix is like he already has 1,700 pass attempts. Like, this is who he is. There's nothing to learn. JJ's 22 with 700 attempts. It's like, this kid can only get better with his next 1,000 attempts.
Luke being optimistic.
Yeah. And
I
told you, now he's our guy. I gotta fucking.
Okay.
I hate when JJ gets compared to Ponder because of the.
I think I did that.
Yeah. One.
Well, it was the draft pick.
Well, I'm a big guy on dumb eyes.
Yeah.
Ponder had some of the dumbest eyes. Bradford has dumb eyes.
Yeah, he really does.
And so it's
What's he doing
when they're looking directly at the camera,
rolling in his money.
Yeah.
He made like $200 million.
Probably more money than any quarterback like ever.
He was the last one to get the rookie scale, the no scale.
JJ does not have dumb eyes. Charismatic.
Who are you talking about?
JJ McCarthy.
Okay. What's his name?
JJ McCarthy.
McJJ?
Oh, McJets.
McJets.
Yeah.
Okay, just trying.
The Rook,
Jonathan.
also known as.
He's charismatic, beautiful man, perfect franchise face, no dumb eyes.
No, yeah.
There's a lot there.
He just needs to do what Kevin O'Connell's telling him to do. That's why he's
Which
there.
he can do.
Jonathan
cleans his room.
He seems to have no ego.
That's the beauty of it. That's why they liked him so much. They were really excited to get him.
He didn't have to cry in his mom's arms because he didn't lose. So that's important.
He did not. He
It's
killed
getting the
it.
most of me.
I think we have to go to the Monday Night Football game just so you control
The Bears.
Caleb Williams. Yeah.
Taking
the Bears
him
is a
to
Monday
a
Night
Bears
Football
game.
at Vikings.
It's our only
Yeah.
prime time.
Yeah. So far.
That actually would be
they can
great
flex.
merch.
They called the Thursday night prime time. That does not count as prime time. Everybody is forced into a Thursday night
worst game of the week.
Worst game of the week by far. And we got a
Trust
London
me,
game.
We've sat
Fuck
on
you.
this
We get to go to
many of those
to
We've sat on
London.
some empty patios
Some really
in one of the most
shitty patios.
like the best sports
Yeah,
bar
but
in the world.
we won your first sports bet on a very empty Thursday night.
Yeah.
Bears, who was it? Bears and
Fellow Lutherans are going to
Detroit
listen
probably or something.
and
No, they would
burn
never do that
him.
type of game. Probably like Bears Jacksonville. Like some
no,
dumb
it was
game.
Bear. No, maybe it was when Ditka died.
like I remember.
That's like
I know,
it's like not a
but-
9/11 event. For me.
Sorry.
No,
Good night.
no, Dead
Where
Legend.
were
You
you?
always bet on a
The
Dead Legend
Bears.
game. You have to bet on a Dead Legend game.
Okay.
That's free money.
She is right.
I am right. I'm 100% right about that.
Yeah, if an owner, somebody dies, if you're coming out with a patch on,
Oh, man.
that team's winning
Patch
by 20.
game, you're winning so much money.
Anyone comes out in a new patch, game over.
Oh. It's so fucking true.
Very important segment. The Timberwolves are playing tonight.
Let's go.
One of the most important games in franchise history.
actually,
in the last 20 years.
like actually.
Oh, yeah.
No, I would say in franchise
Since
history.
anything Kevin Garnett, this is by
Yeah.
far the biggest game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we all knew, like, the Kevin Garnett thing. He never had enough people around
No,
him.
yeah, it was never his fault.
Work, blah, blah, blah. We were happy to see
we were
him
happy to
leave
see him
town.
win
Yeah. And so,
once.
what Timberwolves would we like to see on our team?
Mm.
What position? Where are we at with this?
Well, you got to start with the
Ant.
fucking GOAT, Anthony Edwards, 6'4", 225, and we've all seen his arms. Fucking ripped.
I thought you told me he was 6'7".
I thought he was
last week.
6'7" as well. You were close. You were right. Yeah. No.
Like 2 days ago.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
thought he was
that's-
taller.
I was like, yeah, he'd be
He's
a great
so
scat
muscular.
back. He's a scat
Well, he's
back.
still not a scat back at 6'4". Scat backs are 5'10".
7. He's not a scat back. I'm like,
I
He's
thought
not
that
a
was-
scat
yeah,
back.
He's 6'7".
at 6'4", you could revolutionize the scat back.
He's a tight end.
Good.
6'4"
No
tight end or wide
way.
receiver. You throw him out there as the number one wide receiver.
As a 3.
Running down. No, not a 3. He could be push Justin Jefferson to the side.
Anthony Edwards as a wide receiver 3.
A good 3.
He would
Like
be
a solid,
he would be
reliable
He's
3.
the size of Randy Moss. He would be downfield 1,000 miles per hour, but fucking ripped, one-handing, stiff arming with the other hand,
What was that?
dick in their
Yeah.
face.
Oh
He'd
my
do whatever he wants with
God.
that fucking athleticism.
Clip that right
6'4",
now.
225. He's all over the field.
Him and JJ would be a duo.
Oh my god.
He's not a tight end. He would definitely be
I mean,
a
he could be a tight
star-studded
end, but
wide
yeah, I would
receiver.
love him at wide
And
receiver.
no, he wouldn't be number 3. He would be.
No.
It would be
He'd be
like
2,
a
and
duo,
Addison
a
would
beautiful
move
duo.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it would be like Moss and Carter again.
I
Like
would like
that
to
would be
see-
the
so
duo.
fun.
I
Would
would
be
like to see
insane.
Nas Reed be our
That's
tight
that
end.
was
That would be.
no. He's too
sick.
tall for tight end.
You always say
He's
too
6'9".
tall.
6'9"
No
tight
person-
Check
end.
that. Check that.
I've got it. That's why
Okay.
I checked.
As a 5'7" and 1/4 man,
6'9",
I've never heard
260?
too tall. There's no such thing as too tall.
Well, that's
in
because
my-
you're. It's because you're not too tall.
I've never heard
6'9".
Oh my god.
6'9" is. I would put him
a
as
sick tight
the
end.
nastiest D end in the league. You want to coming off the edge, one arm pushing guys off. Like, oh, you want to try to get the whole thing with linemen on either side is who can get their hand on the other one first, because then you can't block somebody
I
if they get their
personally
hand on
don't
you.
believe that any basketball player could ever play defense in the NFL.
Oh, I think
That's
Nas,
where my
but
head-
Nas
Wait, why?
Reed's the dog.
Why do you say that?
Because
they're pussies?
and
Yeah.
they hold their ankles.
Oh god.
And
Because
they're
they're flopping every time
no.
somebody breathes on them.
Yeah.
No.
But I think if you unleash
That's
Nas
probably
Reed,
because LeBron.
most
Yeah.
of the league, they're
Everybody would
fucking
love to see
soft.
I mean,
LeBron
now-
go over the middle in the NFL.
Yeah.
That's
once.
true.
But you've seen LeBron's high school highlights. Oh my god,
Yeah. I
he's the
get
best high school player in the country.
it. He's the greatest athlete that we've probably ever seen in the
Yeah,
world.
is a freak.
Yeah.
So Nas Reed is bigger than LeBron. 6'9", 264. You put that on the end of the line, holy fucking shit. But or you could put him at like running back, whatever you wanted to do.
Little scat back.
I want the veteran presence of Mike Conley.
That was my third.
Oh!
Those are the 3 I picked.
No
so
way.
he'd be like
But
a
he'd be a
reliable-
corner.
Yeah.
That's exactly
Yeah,
what I
like
was
a
to say.
spot cornerback.
Yes.
He's a
Very
6 foot
reliable.
175,
Yeah.
like Patrick
Only in
Peterson. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
it's a little slower now, but yeah, no.
And he's the one that pulls you on the side and like talks you up.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, no, I want Mike Conley.
But he'll just like slip under and grab a pick and take it to the
Silent
house, something
sneak.
like that.
But didn't
yeah.
he get
Those
like,
are the 3.
injured for the rest of the season off of
Look,
like,
he's-
nothing last week?
He's 36 now. He's
Yeah.
not really lasting in the NFL anymore, but like a few
He's-
years
The
back,
Jets are betting their whole franchise on a guy.
Quarterback's
who's like
different.
40-something.
he doesn't need athleticism.
Also, and in the NBA, you're like, there's so many games. He's been playing for
There's
least
too many games in the
at
NBA.
least 16 seasons at this point. Like,
yeah.
so
been in the
that's-
league a long
can
time.
you imagine? You're 36. How do your knees feel? Do you play in the NBA?
Feel
Fine. I saw him
I
running
walk
some.
weird sometimes though.
Yeah.
I do get sore.
Well, but you're like scatback size, so
I was one of the best scat backs to ever live in Minnesota. Yeah.
yeah.
What's
No.
happening across
And
the street?
at the What's happening? And if you were still a
What's his
Tommy,
music video.
Yeah.
you'd be like a power forward for the St. Thomas Tom-Toms.
Roll Toms.
I played at St.
But they're not the rolling
I
Toms.
practiced
What are
at
they?
St.
They're
Thomas.
just
We're,
Toms.
we're the Tomcats.
Yeah, okay. So for the
Tommies.
Tomcats, I think you get out there at power forward right now. Play Nas Reed's position.
Okay. St. Thomas is one of the greatest basketball
Actually,
D3 basketball
it's
teams
actually
of all
very
time.
true.
Do they have black kids?
Of course.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Minnesota has an unbelievably diverse
Yeah.
group of people.
Mm-hmm.
Minnesota does. I didn't think the Catholic Church was letting
It's
everyone
new.
play.
It's new.
Yeah.
But like,
Also, University of St. Thomas, there's probably like 5% of the. Nah, I'd take that back. I'd say
No.
20.
yeah, no, diverse.
Okay.
No, but 20 are Catholic. 20% Catholic.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What
We're
is
not
it?
Catholic.
He is.
No, he's not.
I'm Lutheran.
I don't know what that means.
Grace through faith, not works.
Well,
all
is
this
it
other
is it
BS.
Christian
Yeah, of
Yeah.
or
course.
cat? Okay. I thought it was
Catholic is like
Catholic.
Catholic on its own.
I thought you were Catholic.
No.
Lutheranism came after the Catholic Church was
Mhm.
stealing all the freaking money
Mhm.
to be able to pay your way into heaven.
Yeah.
And then Martin Luther showed up and he's like, "Yo, bro, like, let's not."
You got a Martin Luther as well,
Yeah, yeah,
like a king.
yeah.
That's,
Not a
that's
king.
what Luther's
Martin Luther
Lutherans
Prince.
are named after.
Yeah,
They make a good hot dish and a
Wow.
good bar.
yeah. Religious podcast.
Martin Luther. Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know about this. I will go the opposite now and say which Vikings should
Okay.
play on the Timberwolves, and I don't think there are many, but I would like to see Harrison Smith running backup point at 6'2".
Not mad at that.
I
Not mad
think
at that.
the Mad Dog running on the court, just fucking playing
Silent.
defense, will be fucking. I think
Who
he
was
could
that
dunk
one
too.
guy that we had that you always thought was like everybody loved? No, well, so there's Mad Dog. That was one of our great guys.
Yeah.
Who was like the prettier
Wally Zerbiak.
Wally Zerbiak?
Oh, basketball.
Yeah.
Wally's not touching the NFL. That pussy's
No,
getting
Wally's
hit
not
one
touching
time.
the NFL.
No, we're talking
don't,
about
don't touch his perfect
Vikings that are
face.
going to be in the NBA, right?
Vikings that yes, and then
So you're saying
yeah.
Harrison Smith would be like the Wally Zerbiak? Would like be as
Yeah.
Wally Zerbiak?
Wally was
Wally was a
6'7".
yeah.
I think.
He was like a 4.
He was a 3, but
Was he?
I want to say he was 6'7", but I'm
no,
scared to
he's
say
not
anyone
6'7".
is 6'7".
He's like maybe 6'5".
Was he?
6'3.5".
No.
Yes.
He'd be more like a JJ Barrera then.
He's 47 now. Jeez.
I'd hit.
Yeah, you would.
What's
Yeah,
up,
that's
Wally?
right.
He was 6'7".
No way.
Fuck you.
No
Yes.
way.
Wally
I
Zerbiak
knew
was
it.
6'7".
I had no idea.
Yeah. God, he pretty boy. Let me
Yeah,
tell
he's
you.
a pretty man. Yeah, he's got like
Fucking dude.
Tom Brady
I mean,
pretty.
him early
Yeah,
2000s.
that's
like,
early
get the
Brady.
Fuck
Come on.
out.
Yeah, better looking than Brady though, for sure.
He started better looking. Brady
Yeah,
like
more
ended up
All-American.
Is he
great
still,
looking. And you're
will
like,
look up if he's still married.
you get cheeks and shit.
You got the whole Kim Kardashian treatment.
Yeah, he finished that roast. He looked great. He looked better than he ever did.
Yeah,
Who? Brady? Oh,
Brady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
My
just watched
mom,
the first
before I was talking to my mom about the roast.
lesson. Did you watch
I was
it?
like, da, 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 this is so funny, that's so funny, and I was like, everyone's saying how hot Brady is, and she was like, I don't think like it's just not my style. Like I need more like rough edge, you know, like. And then she watched it and she texted
I mean your
me.
father's not a Brady.
No. And then she texted me and goes,
oh shit.
I take back what I said.
Shut up.
He's beautiful. It's like, yeah, people don't realize, and then you get like Tom sitting there, and
And
you
also,
know,
everyone in LA is like, "Who the fuck is your plastic surgeon? Like, give me him
Yeah,
immediately."
those cheekbones and his
yes,
chin.
like,
I'm
who
like,
does
where
your
did this come
Botox?
from?
What is happening?
Yeah,
I need
no,
it
he looked good at that.
immediately.
Yeah,
We should do a roast. I think we're leading towards a roast,
Probably.
a purple banter
Those would be
roast.
Sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, John would love
Are
it.
we ready for our like new segment that I'm super excited about? That we
Yeah.
don't know if this is actually gonna hit or stay, but I think it's gonna stay.
Which one?
Our mini moment. So
Oh,
our
the
mini
moment,
moment,
very, very important.
our mini moment is some news or some fun facts or just anything kind of random that comes out of the state of Minnesota. Just want to get your reactions on this. We've already had a few reactions in the group chat, but I felt like it was strong enough to bring to the greater good, which is Kirk Cousins selling his home in Minnesota in Invergrove Heights. It sold for 1.25. What did you say? What
He's
was
so
it?
frugal. It's crazy. It's so annoying.
What did you say? It was 200 square, 200?
$220 a square
220.
foot, which really upset me
Yeah.
because that house was so nice on quarterbacks, and the backyard was massive, and they had that fucking fire pit down at the bottom, and I was like, wow, this is a big ass, like this is a home fit for a man who has $300 million in his career.
Right.
And then I see that he sells it for 1.4.
Where was it at?
Invergrove 103
Invergrove Heights?
Invergrove Heights.
What a
Explain.
freaking loser.
Thank you.
If you're the
Thank you.
quarterback of the Vikings,
You do not live
you
in
live
fucking
on Minnetonka,
Yes.
in Chanhassen,
Yes.
and do
Was
it
he
the
just trying to keep
right-
Julie away from the stadium, you think? How far is it from
That's
the
actually
stadium?
close to the stadium.
What the
like
fuck?
Minnetonka is more west. The stadium.
He should be spending $10 million
It's
on
on
a
the
house.
wrong
facility.
side of
It's
Minneapolis.
on the wrong side.
I
It's
was
St.
shocked at
Paul.
how cheap it was. And when he bought it, I looked at how much it was. It was like
700, right?
700 or 900,000.
Yes.
Or yeah, 700,000. What a cheap fuck
He's a
that he
cheap
signed
fuck.
a fucking $200 million deal
Yes.
with us after making
And lives in
$100 million
Neighborhood Heights.
with the Redskins. And he's like, I got $200 million, $300 million in the bank. I want to buy a $700,000 house.
Yes.
What the fuck are you
He
doing?
paid fucking cash.
Go buy a $10-20 million house.
Yes.
Like, who cares?
Inver Grove Heights is like kind of trashy.
And he's
I'm
such
sorry.
a loser that he even like in
Probably
a
got a
weird way,
loan on
for
it,
me,
too.
that he's-
Totally.
Like, why does he even have to sell it? In a
You
weird
know what?
way?
At that time, I bet like interest rates were super low, so he probably did.
Super, yeah,
2%.
1.8% loan. He probably got a loan on the
Yeah.
$700,000.
Yeah,
for sure.
for sure.
Put
He's
150,000
refinancing
down.
that shit in 2020. Like 100%.
He just paid it off. That's why he sold it.
yeah.
It's
So 5
unbelievable.
bed,
You just
5
become a
bath,
bigger pussy.
567.
It wasn't on any piece of water.
No. You moved to
Dude.
Minnesota. You're the
Oh,
quarterback.
Well,
Loser.
according to John Sweets, there was
Yes.
horrible water something. So there was a pond at the bottom that collected water. So maybe he considered that
I'm
water.
so mad that Johnny Sweets is not here because
was
he had this
livid.
like, iconic line about how
How to fix it.
How
It
to
needed a
fix it.
drain pipe
Yes,
and all this, a
drain
drain
pipes.
line. He's got to put in at least another 100,000. Like, who cares?
But he
was
loved
buying
it.
That house. Yeah, he had the family running around back there. I thought it looked beautiful on quarterbacks. Honestly, props to the quarterbacks camera crew who made that thing look like a $20 million house on Minnetonka.
Well, yeah, I mean that's what. Yeah, it's
that's what he
LA
should have
20.
been.
But also, it upset me so much because the houses out here are easily over 1,000 a square foot for like a nice house. Not even a completed like, damn, this is top of the line. A
Right.
nice house, $1,000 a square foot. Kirk fucking Cousins is living in $220
I wanna
a
know what the
square
It's
foot.
also Inver Grove Heights though.
Well, so
I just didn't. Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
know.
The
It would
property
be like
tax.
it would be like a quarterback out here like living in like Pasadena.
No, Pasadena's nice.
But
This would
not
be-
like
it would
it's
be
not
like-
like you're in it though.
But is
You're-
that not nice?
maybe
Where in
Glendale.
No, it is
Grove?
not. Inver Grove Heights is not nice.
Why
It's
did
like
he
a
pick
Glendale.
it? Is it just
It's
safer?
a Glendale. Glendale.
It's a Glendale.
It's a
Ugh.
Glendale.
So who are the Armenians there?
White people, white trash.
A white trash?
Kinda.
Oh, Inver Grove Heights
Yeah.
is complete white.
Yeah,
really?
white
And
trash.
Kirk wanted to live around that, huh?
Yes.
I am fascinated by this.
I know. I need to know the.
This should have been the whole segment. We could have just done Justin Jefferson news in the moment.
Kirk Cousins should not live in a place where your boat is in front of your house on the like. You're
You
like,
think he's living in Magic City in Atlanta?
So you're right. Inver Grove Heights, the property
Living
tax
at
is
his parents'
1.17 compared to like a Minneapolis property tax, which is like high. I think you're pushing. Let's see. What is the property tax rate?
why are we talking about property tax rates?
Well, the property tax rate is
This
Inver Grove
became-
Heights versus
I doesn't
Minneapolis.
even
Who gives
compute.
a
Nothing
shit?
about it is going to make sense to me.
Oh yeah, me too. I'm just saying it's half the property tax.
Go back
in
to your
Inver Grove Heights.
Oracle stuff on JJ McCarthy's entire life. How many
Oh,
sisters does he have?
Probably 3. I don't know.
We got to find out.
So that was the mini segment, which was great.
Yeah. Let's
Stay
never.
tuned.
I never want to talk about Kirk Cousins again.
Okay.
On this,
Now
unless
we
he's
said
doing really
that.
poorly,
Vouch
or he
to
gets
it.
replaced
Vouch
by
to it.
Michael Bennett. Actually, let's go the opposite. I want a weekly update on how close Penix is to taking his job.
Can we have a mole in Atlanta that like
Ugh.
follows Kirk Cousins? Like he's
need
at
an
Magic
Atlanta
City
fan.
getting.
The best is that they were
wings.
supposed to get Dallas Turner in all the mock drafts, and we got him. It's just
Great.
fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. Like we talk about the rookie JJ McCarthy a lot because obviously he's going to be the face of our franchise. Dallas Turner is so fucking excited. This kid could be the best pass rusher in the league in a couple years.
He'll be better than Daniil Hunter.
I think he can reach Daniil Hunter level, like
But
at
that's
their
his
his
ceiling?
peak. But like this year, Daniil is not gonna Daniil has like this year left of being a maybe elite pass rusher, and then the next 3 years, Dallas Turner is gonna be the guy stepping in to like the guys to look out for. He's gonna be the elite guy.
Okay. I like
Here
that.
for it.
I'm excited for the defense and the season. Having said that, we go 3-14.
Great. I'm so excited for a losing season.
Oh,
Can't
no,
wait for
no,
the
no.
fall.
It's a losing season. I'm talking like 4 wins, maybe.
Okay.
But it's fine
There
because
is
we're
no
building.
way we don't go 50-50.
Well, you can't because it's an odd amount of games.
Yeah, 9-8 or whatever it is. There's no way. We don't.
I mean, if we start like 1-5,
1-5,
which
yeah.
is very plausible.
We're not that much of a rebuild, though.
No, it's just all dependent on the quarterback. And it's a tough division now.
We're
And
not
we got
a
a
nine,
shitty
We're not
record.
an 8-9 rebuild.
Or shitty schedule.
No way.
I think if we get lucky, we get 6 wins, I think. Like if we play hard, we get 6 wins.
That is.
Rookie quarterback seasons suck.
We have Sam Darnold, seasoned veteran, great
That is-
leader.
When he was a starter, he wasn't good.
He dealt with some stuff.
He saw
Oh,
ghosts.
yeah, he did. He saw ghosts, which you pardoned
Can we go
him
to
for.
London?
No.
Fine.
If I'm going to London, I don't want to go to sit in a stadium full of fucking.
I'd like to go
how
to
do we-
London and,
these
like,
people who don't know
hang out in
football
London.
and
Wear
they're
all the
giving
jerseys
And then go to the
and they're
stuff.
giving their opinion on American football. It's like me
Yeah.
going to a soccer match and being like, "No, they're doing that wrong." Like,
There's just like
you don't know what you're
a
talking
bunch of,
about.
like Invergrove Heights
and
people
the stadium isn't built for football,
It's
so like
not.
you're gonna be like 70 yards back. They don't know what
Yeah.
they're doing there.
Yeah.
These people just figured out like
Have you
all
ever-
they can figure out is how to kick a ball.
Do you
That's
guys
their
know
most
anyone
difficult
who's
sport.
been to a London game?
Yeah, my sister went.
Did you,
To a
what
London
was your
game?
experience?
Or just London.
No,
A
London
London
game.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they went to the Cowboys out there.
Oh, that's
They
cool.
just said it was fun. They
Wow.
They had
enjoyed
a
it.
good time.
Yeah.
Like, it was.
They
It
turned
was
into a vacation,
yeah,
obviously.
100%.
Yeah.
Those
And then
games
they-
always suck though because the teams
Wait,
are
is this gonna
tired.
fall over your honeymoon? Are you gonna make Elaf go to the Vikings game?
She would kill me. She would never do it.
You're like, hey babe, I got this
Imagine.
great idea.
Oh my god.
we should just like pop over to London.
No,
She's like, I
that
am
honeymoon would
divorcing
turn
you.
into a.
She's like, why are you
divorce
head to toe in Dalvin Cook gear?
Yeah.
Why do you have a chain around your neck?
party. Yeah, the biggest thing they said was odd is just everybody's wearing like random jerseys.
Yeah,
So it's just
because the
Just like a
Jaguars
jersey to
are
wear a
always
jersey.
there.
Yeah, well, that's like the
That's
home
like
team
their
there.
team, the
Yeah.
Jaguars.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
they're all front runners. They'll all be wearing Chiefs gear. I'll wear my Butker jersey though. We'll be good.
Great.
it's real.
Highest selling jersey in the NFL right now.
Are you
Okay.
kidding?
Butker.
Right now,
Yeah,
just a
flew through the roof.
7's nice.
7's beautiful, and it's red. I get it. Like you're not getting a Browns jersey. You're gonna
Yeah,
shit on the Browns all
they hit
year.
a point.
Yeah.
Hit a point.
Did he?
He had a few points.
Mm,
Do we have any more segments?
no.
This is Vikings Weekly.
Vikings banter.
Vikings Banter.
This is Vikings
Well, I worked
banter.
this right.
Yeah. This is not Vikings Weekly.
And I guess yeah, Buckner had a point. So
No,
we're out
he
of here.
didn't.
Butker.
I get it.
No, we didn't.
Over and out.
Buckner.
Bye.